be aiming for much higher cuts to emissions. While the US President is yet to speak to Scott Morrison about Australia's carbon commitment, Labor leader Anthony Albanese has revamped his front bench, replacing his climate change spokesman with a former treasurer. Political editor Andrew Probyn reports.
I think that's your weapon.
A contact sport where targets and goals are in contention. Anthony Albanese seeking to recast the politics of climate change in a possible election year.
There is no way that a Labor government that I lead won't take action on climate change. Zero possibility.
The Labor leader doing what he said he wouldn't do, removing Mark Butler from the role of climate spokesman.
Chris Bowen will bring a focus on jobs to the portfolio.
Changing the jockey is a good start, but alone it won't be enough.
Veteran Labor MP Joel Fitzgibbon adamant the party also resist short-term emission reduction targets, while sticking with an ambition of net zero carbon pollution by 2050.
So that we have a meaningful climate change policy that doesn't leave our working people feeling threatened by that policy.
People will make their own judgment as to whether Joel Fitzgibbon's playing a constructive role.
Labor and the coalition won't be able to avoid demands for stronger climate policies, both here.
We've got to reduce our emissions by somewhere around 75% by 2030.
Or internationally.
Today is Climate Day at the White House.
President Joe Biden giving notice the United States wants all countries to drastically lift their carbon-cutting efforts.
In my view, we've already waited too long to deal with this climate crisis. We can't wait any longer.
His new chief diplomat declaring America's climate advocacy will extend to the world's biggest emitter, China.
Increasingly, that relationship has some adversarial aspects to it. It has competitive ones, and it also still has cooperative ones.
Whether Scott Morrison resists the US president's demand for Australia to ramp up its carbon commitments will be clearer when the two leaders speak in the days ahead. As for Anthony Albanese, there's no sign that a switch of key personnel signals a retreat on climate ambition. And while there's serious grumbling about his leadership in some quarters, Mr Albanese is seeking inspiration from the newest climate activist.
Underestimated by some, he's now President of the United States, and I will be the leader of this country after the next election.
A declaration of determination. Andrew Probyn, ABC News, Canberra.
New Zealanders travelling to